The truth about dating. OnlyFans, Simps, and more. Here we go. Last video. This is what was sent to me. It's 8 minutes. Here we go.
That can be done about the current imbalance in the
Mikhaila
sexual
Peterson.
marketplace.
No.
Like, are there things? No, that's it.
No, that's just no.
No.
I'm sorry to be negative, but this is just how it is. Again, we're talking about reality, as it were.
Okay.
And I think that this sort of phenomenon just plays itself out, right? We're on a path that is not a recent thing, right? This has been going on since the 1960s with the invention of the birth control pill, and it's metastasized from that, and it's 50, 60 years in the making. And so naturally assuming that there's a solution to this problem is incorrect. It has to play its way out. And I think there is some positive here, or at least a silver lining here, in that if you look at rates of crack cocaine usage in the inner cities in the 1990s, a lot of the reason, or a major reason why young children didn't do crack cocaine is because they saw the effect that it had.
What does that have to do with
generation.
OnlyFans?
So I think that successive generations will look at the way the current dating marketplace is structured and say to themselves, well, I don't want that sort of life.
Are you telling me this man is relating crack cocaine to dating? I can't say that he's wrong. I can't come up with a rebuttal. It probably is, isn't it?
Learn from the example set by their predecessors.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
So do you think there's going to be a resurgence then in more traditional values?
Yeah, I would think so, because when the system, I don't think people are dumb per se. I think that they are underinformed, or they lack knowledge on a specific thing. And if presented with a requisite amount of knowledge, they're able to make the right decision. I want to know about the Simps. And I don't think that's just at the individual level. I think that is at the societal level.
I think you would have liked the Vtuber stuff.
If a lot of people are very much aware of how the dating marketplace is structured and the deleterious...
I just want to pause for it. There was a time where there was like a Chinese hitman who shot through a VTuber's window to try to take her out. And I mean, like, the controversies for VTubers, I had no idea. I had, like, no idea how bad it was. It's been, like, I've been listening to, like, 12 hours worth of it.
Various effects of it. They're more than likely to restructure the way that they go about engaging with relationships with the people around them.
I completely agree. And that's why freedom of speech is so important, too. Because if you just let people have information... Like,
send me that video, please.
Say, on average.
Let's see. Frick. That was on my last stream, not this one, so I don't have the link anymore. But it will be. It's gonna eventually be uploaded to my channel anyway, so you can have it. I don't know which one it is though. It's the one about horns.
We're just smart enough to look at the information and
that's my Discord.
Conclusions. If you have all of the information, right, and not just a subset that pushes you in one direction.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Knowledge is incredibly important, and as you pointed out,
it's super important.
It's the freedom to have this knowledge accessible and be able to make decisions based off of that knowledge. Whether or not you make a mistake or make the right decision is irrelevant. As long as you're able to make the decision with the information available is all that matters.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, what are your thoughts on OnlyFans?
I think it's a fantastic business model. I really do. Because it you know, on one sense, it does capitalize on something which is quite lucrative, and that's emotional connection. A lot of young men out there are not able to get into a relationship for a variety of reasons. Maybe they play too much video games. Maybe they don't.
You're telling me video games stopped you from getting a girlfriend? I've had 2 girlfriends in my life, and I played tons of video games. Look at this wall. This wall was all video games. That's a wall of video games. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. What do you... You haven't been on the internet, man. You have no idea.
But OnlyFans takes advantage of this particular situation.
Well,
and
see, I was really bad at social interactions, and then I just stopped caring about what people think or say.
Negative aspects.
I just say what I want, and it gets me in trouble, and I say, "Oh well."
It does deal in you know, degeneracy in some ways, right? When one is selling, not quite selling their body, but engaging in behavior that is not necessarily, you know, conducive to building a healthy society, let's say.
Yeah.
So while I don't necessarily blame these women for the hustle. I do think that
Did
it
this man
does
just say
represent
hustle?
a
There's no
wound
way
within
he's in
society
Gen Z.
that this
He's
sort of
not.
industry
This is.
very
He's not
popular.
Gen
Although,
Z. He can't say
you know,
hustle.
prostitution is the oldest profession, as they say, and while OnlyFans is not
Prostitution is a
prostitution,
really old
let's make that
profession.
clear. It is sort
Yeah.
of a derivative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's a type of woman that can do that kind of work? Like you said, it's not prostitution, but it's
Look at
derivative.
Mikhaila trying
Do
to
that kind of work and not
go
have negative
around certain
consequences later.
questions.
Just be like, yeah, it was fine. It didn't bug me, and it was something I did when I was younger, maybe, and like.
Yeah,
I think there are people that can handle that.
Certainly.
Or do you think it leaves a bad imprint? Period.
It does. I mean, I think in one sense, I don't know. I can't
He's
speak on the
rebuking his own
psychological aspect
statement.
of it, the emotional aspect of it, because I don't know.
We
that
don't have to
literature
do
well
this.
enough. I would
It leaves a bad
I would assume that it
imprint
does.
on the person.
But I will say that the internet.
But can
is
they get
forever,
past it?
and
Yes.
If an employer
Look,
is
he's-
able to look
he's
up
saying
your
it
internet
hard.
history and see that you've had an OnlyFans page,
You're
maybe
less likely
they'd be
to
less
get
inclined
hired.
to give you a job. Maybe.
Yeah. Dude, this guy said it in the
This
most
is true.
piss poor way I've ever heard.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mikhaila, please.
The internet is forever. That's terrifying.
Please.
How would you
just say
this
it
is fun.
like you mean it.
How would you
Yeah,
describe
the internet
what being
is
a
forever.
simp is for people who don't know what that means?
You haven't been on the internet.
Okay,
long
that's a good
enough.
question.
These
So a
people have
simp
not.
is a
These two have not
transcendent
been
nice
on
guy.
Rule 34.
He is the
Okay.
type of guy that placates to
They
a
don't know.
woman,
They
that
haven't been to
pedestalizes her,
Tumblr. They don't even
and
know what Tumblr is.
engages
I wonder if they know what
in,
Newgrounds
undue praise
is.
and gives gifts.
Probably
for the
not. They
sake of
probably never heard of
receiving
it.
Emotional
Get out of it.
connection
Stop.
and
You don't even know.
sex.
You haven't
so
been
there is
on the
no
internet long.
emotional connection. There is no genuine interest in a woman. He's simply doing it because
Nah.
praising her,
Yeah,
giving her gifts,
exactly.
because he wants something in return.
Wow.
So simp is, I think, within modern parlance,
What is a
it's
simp?
used to
Tell
describe a
me.
male that is subservient.
A male that is
Wow.
subservient.
That might have been the best definition of a simp that I've heard.
No. No. A simp is a person on the internet that looks at thoughts, THOTS, and then throws money at them in the hopes that they DM them.
Thank you.
That was, yeah. I always thought that totally makes sense too. I always thought it was kind of a man who's
Okay.
probably more
There's women simps too. There's girl simps. Don't get it twisted. Not all men. Hashtag not all men.
agreeable and is
Okay.
is being nice out of guilt or something. But you think it's just a direct transaction.
What do you mean
it's
guilt?
do things nice to receive
What do
sex,
you mean?
basically.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. A simp is out of guilt? No, it's not. And also, a simp is out of sex? No, it's not. Where did you get these definitions
It's
from?
Machiavellian.
creepier.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's Machiavellian nature, and I think
It's
the term
Machiavellian
actually is
nature?
very
It's out of
related to
fear?
The sneaky fucker
Simps?
syndrome. So this is used to describe,
Yeah.
fish and specific animals
out
in the
of
animal
fear?
kingdom that are not able to cut it, so they're not able to reproduce with females of that specific species. So they'll look for very sneaky ways to impregnate the species.
They
So
wanna
male goby
sneakily
fishes,
have
as an
sex.
example, the ones
The
that
simps
smaller
are coming-
not able
the
to
The simps are coming from behind. This. Oh my god! I was not ready. Yes, the sneaky syndrome.
reproduce, to fertilize eggs. The larger ones
Yes,
will
they
reproduce,
sneaky
do
to
so.
fertilize
So the
eggs.
smaller ones
Yes.
will either hide or disguise themselves as females, and when the males produce
Wait.
smaller or not the species. So male goby fish as an example. The ones that are smaller are not the sneaky fucker syndrome. So this is
He did say it. He did say it. Oh my! I can't believe it. Oh my goodness! He's saying it so
used to describe-
seriously.
fish
Yeah,
and
yeah,
specific
she's
animals in the animal
she's
kingdom
like, this guy's
that
crazy.
are not able to cut it, so they're not able to reproduce with,
Oh
with
my
females
God.
of
I'm
that
so
specific
glad I was
species.
sent this
So they'll look
video.
for very sneaky ways to impregnate the species. So male
Yes.
goby fish as an example.
Oh.
The ones that are smaller are not able to
I want
reproduce.
I want everyone to know that make that a sound blurb or something. You have someone clip it. Hold on, let's do a clip. I have a clip button. I live by this woman's diet, by the way. I do the lion's diet. That's how I know her. But Sneaky ways to impregnate.
To fertilize eggs. The larger
Yes.
male goldfish are able to do
Yes,
so.
he's
So the
talking
smaller
about
ones will
sexual
either hide
abuse,
or
of
disguise
course.
themselves as females,
Yeah.
and when the
Yeah.
males are away, they'll sneakily fertilize the eggs.
When the dominant males are away, the little simps come out to play. Yes.
That's hilarious.
She admits it! She admits it's hilarious. She knows how far it goes.
That's hilarious. How does that kind of thing even evolve? It's not like these fish can think, right? They're not like, I better decide I'm a female now.
Yes,
Screw over this big guy.
Yeah, I think you touch on an important point here because I think it's all instinct.
I haven't
and
eaten them.
it's
We laugh
not
right
only
now.
just among animals, so goby fish, but also human beings. And there's a natural instinct to reproduce, and you'll look for as many strategies or try as many strategies as you can, and you'll find the one that works best. And maybe simping is that option that a lot of people have. I wouldn't recommend it.
Simping does not lead you to any there is no sex that comes from simping. There is no children. You got to remember, if you're simping for a woman, you got to expect nothing in return, because it ain't going to happen. You know what you're going to have? A body pillow in the middle of the night. You're going to have your anime weeaboo body pillow.
I mean, if one applies a bit of game theory, as I've done in a paper, you realize that it's not conducive to being able to have a long-term relationship. You'll probably get played.
Wow.
Yeah, that's obvious. You will be
so
played.
there's a couple questions
Yeah,
from
for
that.
sure. Wait, you have a couple questions from that? What do you mean?
What do I want to start with? That's scary. So you said, I never
tell me.
actually thought
What's
about
scary? What do
that
you-
kind of behavior of like a simp as
Mikhaila, I'm sure people
Machiavellianist.
simp for you all the time,
like so you suggested that there's like danger there ish.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
In
has a
sense,
simp.
I think that it is not born out
Even
of good
I had a
intentions, that
simp. I had a. I don't want to name her name, but she followed me everywhere. Sent me some really strange messages too. Everyone has a simp.
there's a level of manipulation involved, which I think is the standard definition of what it means to be Machiavellian, is to be manipulative. And so if you're
If you're a
you're not
VTuber, you're
engaging with the woman
manipulative.
out of
Tell you that much.
necessarily
Alpharad
a
will
love
tell you
for her.
that.
That is pure, and that is not based on any sort of negativity. It is more so
Okay.
that you're engaging with her in order to receive something in return, which is sex or maybe even emotional connection. So there's no genuine desire for this
Yeah,
person.
if you're a simp, you're not getting anything back.
Beyond a base desire to
You're
have
done.
sex.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This is why I don't trust agreeable men. Do you think there's
Then this is why you don't trust men on the internet in the first place. Why would you? All right. That's it. Thank you all so much for watching.